Hey guys, Magic Master here, and today I'm going to be showing you a fun little calculator trick. But before we get into that, Monday morning, the day after I uploaded my High Victorian deck review, I got my splint off. Woohoo! I can keep it off for stuff around the house. If I like play sports or whatever, I have to put it on. But it's good for around the house. Got it off, woohoo. Alright, now, second of all, I want to do a challenge video on the channel. But I'm not going to do what I think would be good for a challenge. Because I thought my gaming videos would be good, but obviously most of you guys did not like those. So I'm going to do what you guys think would be good for a challenge. So go ahead, comment down below what you think would be a good challenge. And it can be related to magic, or it can have nothing at all to do with magic. Whatever you guys want, go ahead, comment it down below. Finally, go check out and subscribe to all the links I have in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the performance. So, got my calculator, my prediction, and my deck of cards. So, if I had a spectator, I would just say, go ahead, start by naming any 4-digit number. And they really could do any 4-digit number, but don't have a spectator, so I'm just going to do it. Let's just say 6147. Let's do that. And then times. Now, I would have them pick out any 3 cards from the deck. So I'll just do this. It could be from anywhere, though. And we have a 4, a 9, and a 1. And then I could ask them to tell me to put them in any order they wanted. So let's just say they wanted it in the order of 9, 1, 4. So we'll do that. So times 9, 1, 4. You guys can see that. And then we'll do times one more time. And I could say just go ahead and name any 3-digit number. So let's say they said 742. Now equals 577 345 663. Okay, so let's see what I got in my prediction. My prediction was eggshells. Okay, well, what does eggshells have to do with this number? Well, if you turn the calculator upside down, you can see that it actually spells eggshells. Alright guys, that was the trick, and let's get right into the tutorial. I know, I have a wonderful singing voice. Thank you so much. So what you want to do is you want to make a prediction of eggshells. Now, you can write this down beforehand. You can have somebody, like, memorize it for you and then tell the people you're doing it to at the end. And you could even actually use real eggshells if you wanted to. So, whatever you guys want to do, you just have to make sure it gets written down at some point. If it's written down from the beginning and folded up, that's great. If somebody says it to you, or if you use real eggshells, you have to write it down on the spot, because it works better to like visualize the number spelling eggshells if you have the written version alongside it. And you have to make sure the E's are capitalized and the L's are capitalized, and then the G's, the S's, and the H are going to be lowercase. That's how you have to write it down. And you can fold it up, set it off to the side, or whatever. Now, there is a setup on the calculator. You can do it beforehand, or you can even do it on the spot if you want to. So a way you could do it on the spot is like, take their phone and pretend you're trying to find the calculator app, like pretend it's taking a while, but really you would have found it right away, and you're doing the setup while you pretend it's taking a while to find the app you're looking for. Don't say it's the calculator app right away, just like pretend you're just looking for an app, but you're really setting it up while you do that. Or the guy in America's Got Talent did this trick, and he like pretended he was taking a selfie. So sorry guys, bit clogged today. You can do whatever you want for that. So set it up beforehand or set it up on the spot. So the setup is, you want to make sure it's cleared out, so tap that button a few times. You want to do, actually let me turn this orientation lock off. Okay, you want to do 5, 7, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 3, the same number. And then you want to do plus 0 times 0, and then you want to turn the calculator sideways and hit the opening brackets button in the top left corner of the calculator. And then flip it back around, and you're all ready to go. Now it just looks like a normal calculator because it's at 0, but really you have that whole equation. Now, if it was truly cleared out, this clear button would say AC. But it just says C, so that means you've done something to the calculator. But that's really subtle. Nobody's going to notice that. So don't worry about that. And you don't want to use those calculators that show what you've done, like the equation you've done, up like along the top here. You know, some calculators do that where they have the equation of what you've done in the past and then they have the numbers down here. So you want to make sure it's a calculator like this with just the numbers showing. So then what you do is, no matter what you do, you can just like really do anything. Plus, minus, divide, multiply. Once you hit the equals button, it will always come out to 577 345 663. So, but to make it more convincing, like obviously you don't want to like divide or subtract or add or anything like that, because it would be very unlikely for it to come out to that number. So what you want to do is just multiply 3 times. You want to do a 4-digit number and then 2 3-digit numbers. And you can do this whatever way you like. You could have them name the 4-digit number and one of the 3-digit numbers, and then you can have them pick cards for the other 3-digit number. Just make sure it's not a face card or a 10, because those are 2-digit numbers and that won't work. So yeah, you can have them give you numbers any way you want, and then just make sure you multiply every time. And it will always come out to that number with that setup. Alright guys, that was the trick. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.